Good day and welcome back to another Dbz Dokkan Metal video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the, item team build for the Vegito stage, or the Supreme Fusion stage of the Mortal Will and Divine Wrath event. So this Vegito stage is pretty tough. Starts out pretty tough, it is pretty tough. But the big thing, or the big mechanic, basically is attack lowering. So if you can lower attack, you do have the ability to somewhat control the fight to a certain extent. The hardest turn is the first one, the second hardest turn is the second one. And the main reason being is two things. So firstly, you need to get some attack lowering rolling. So how attack lowering works, for those who don't know, essentially attack lowering lasts for 2 turns. And different sources of attack lowering do stack with each other, but also you can have multiplicative attack lowering. So for example, you can have attack lowering from passives and from super attacks, and these will actually work better than having just attack lowering from super attacks. So it's definitely something that you want to take a look at, and it's something that you want to factor in when you're building your team. Now for this team, we've gone strictly with super attack lowering, but we've gone with a lot stronger base of units. So the big thing here, or the big plot strategy here, just to kind of give you guys an idea, is to have the Tech Goku essentially revive, causing our 2 Tech World Tournament Gokus, so the Tech Super Saiyan Goku, to revive early on, causing both Tech World Tournament Gokus to essentially become gods and carry us through the fight. And that's literally the entire premise of the fight. Outside of that, every other unit is brought for their attack lowering first, and then everything else second. So it's definitely something that is super important, I would say. And it's definitely, it's crucial to the team build. I think for me, these kind of fights are probably what I enjoy a lot more than just straight up the boss being immune to something, or immune to everything, I should say, and then you end up having to just bring units or dodge, or those are fun, don't get me wrong. Bringing dodge units because the boss just hits so hard is also fun in its own way. But I do like these where there's a concerted strategy with which to take on the boss. If you can get the attack lowering rolling, then all of a sudden things work out really well for you. And so I think for me, that's kind of where I'm quite happy, where I'm happiest with the design of stages. Of course, again, it doesn't really matter, in a sense that there is sort of this ability to gimp the boss by attack lowering, but it does make it so that using certain units is more favorable than others. For example, I'm using the AGL, Super Saiyan Goku and Super Saiyan Vegeta, a unit probably most people don't like. I don't know why people hate them so much. I personally think they're fine. I use them a ton anyway, but these guys, they have a great kit for this fight. They have an absolutely great kit for this fight. They work fantastically. They greatly lower attack and defense on their 18 key. They have decent defense after super. They also have an active skill that's super helpful. They have damage reduction, and they have a type advantage. So they are a really excellent choice for this fight. So that's where I talk about how, because the boss has a strategy, certain units all of a sudden that people didn't like at all are now really solid choices. And that's not to say that they're the best choice, but they're a really fun choice that I enjoyed using. So it's just going to depend obviously always on your box, but I think when you look at fights like this, I think we do have a really good time. So obviously World Tournament Goku leading the team, friend lead and current lead, huge unit, just great unit in general, great units across the board, an absolutely excellent unit. But really the big kind of bonus from him is when he, when the full conditions of his passive have been activated. Because when it has, he has basically doubled his attack and defense, he has guaranteed additional super, and he guards all attacks guaranteed. And this is crucial because that means putting him in the first slot, having him get hit means that he essentially will guaranteed fire off 3 supers, which not only does a very decent amount of damage, but also gives us 3 instances of attack lowering, which is very, very important. So yeah, it's something that's super crucial, and it's something that's very, very important for the functionality of this team, and for obviously getting a good result, which I think is great. Also, using only one of the Goku, so using only one Super Saiyan Goku is also really good, because it allows us to have him have his full passive and no real other big limitations. Then we also have the AGL LR Super Saiyan Gohan, obviously a great unit, does a lot, attack lowering, also raising his defense, type advantage. We're not going to be able to activate his transformation, which is obviously a little bit of a shame, but in general just a great solid performer, especially once he gets going as well. Again, it's all about getting going, constantly like improving, and yeah, his defense and everything really makes him super solid. Then floating, we have the Spirit Bomb Goku, the AGL Spirit Bomb Goku, also a great option for a lot of reasons. So he's got type advantage, again coming back to that. You can have damage reduction, which is also fairly helpful as well. And the big thing is he also has, again, lowering attack and defense. So very, very solid, especially as a floater, existing, creating rainbow orbs, giving himself a solid defense, solid foundation. And because he's floating, the risks of him taking a super attack is pretty minimal. And he provides just another layer of attack lowering for us to work off of. So all in all, honestly speaking, a pretty solid team design. Look, just sticking attack lowering units is not going to work, to a certain extent. The way the boss's stats are so high, you will eventually get caught out, especially if you don't have a decent caliber of units. But with that being said, this isn't the only team that can do this. You can definitely achieve victory with plenty of other builds, so feel free to experiment, but this is a good foundation to work off of. That's going to be it from me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like or leave a comment about any help you need. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. So until then, as always, take care, stay safe, and yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and bye.